Hey everyone, I'm Bhanu Ahluwalia. I'm one of the founders of a company called RankMath and another company called My Theme Shop. So RankMath is a WordPress SEO plugin which has gained over 300,000 active installations in less than 1.5 years. And we have over 1100 positive reviews on WordPress.org. A bit about myself. Me and my business partner started blogging back in 2010, and when things were much easier compared to what they are today. Then we started off with AdSense and blogging, and we quickly became the premium AdSense publisher of Google, which is something like is assigned to people who earn in some X amount, which is being defined by Google AdSense. Then we quickly moved over to WordPress themes and plugins because just out of sheer necessity. But we still have many websites in different niches where we try and drive traffic to our websites. And this is one of the screenshots of one of the websites which we have. This is entirely organic because we are all into organic. We have seen and we have tested different platforms from where we can drive the traffic from PPC and everything, but we have noticed that the highest conversion rate and the highest customer value is being attained if someone is coming over to your website organically. So this is a very recent screenshot of one of our websites where we are drawing over 60,000 users every day just from Google alone. So today I'm going to talk about these topics. So I'll be briefly telling you about what is SEO, a very brief introduction, then why it is important, and the challenges involved when someone is doing the WordPress SEO, and how the SEO plugins help in WordPress. Then I'll be quickly demonstrating you how to quickly set up an SEO plugin for your website, which is like which should be one of the very first steps when someone installs WordPress. Then I'll be talking about common misconceptions which we hear a lot, and we have seen due to the misinformation which is revolving around the internet, that people read and believe very first thing which they see, and then they simply tend to follow that. And then I'll be demonstrating few additional tricks which will help the businesses and the website owners who have some sort of traffic on their website to increase that. For instance, how to show these star ratings in the search results, and how to show these FAQ blocks in the search results. So I'll be showing that. So if this is something which interests you, please stick around. Otherwise, go ahead and do whatever is more productive for you. So what exactly is SEO? So SEO is divided in two parts. One is called the on-page SEO, which I'll be discussing here, and the other one is off-page SEO, the one which is being done using the external factors, for instance, creating backlinks and things. And the other one is the on-page SEO. SEO means, in simple terms, to get ranked on the first position in the search results. So why it is important to get ranked on the first position, I'll be telling you that. But the traffic which comes from the SEO, especially from the search engines, is highly targeted. They convert very well because either they already know your brand, that's why they are doing the brand searching, or they are looking for something which for which they are intending to buy or gain the knowledge. We have seen over the years that the conversion rate is pretty insane when it comes to the search result traffic, and the traffic is almost free. By almost, I mean that yes, you got to invest the time, but if you have the strategies correctly implemented, there is literally nothing which you need to pay. Now Google is evolving so fast that one does not even have to invest for their backlinks. So there was a study that was being done by advanced web ranking, and they concluded that the top 4 results on the search page, they grab almost 80% of the clicks. So for instance, this result of FAQ schema, let's say it is being searched for 10,000 times in Malaysia in a given month. So out of those 10,000, 8,000 clicks will be given to the first four results: first, second, third, and fourth. No one, only the 20% clicks, like 2,000 clicks, will be then be distributed across the other results. So it is very important to ensure that you are ranking on the first position, not just on the first page. So what we noticed, if you are already using, or if you deal with the clients who use WordPress, you must have noticed that all the SEO plugins which were in the market were very oriented towards the developers. So for instance, you had to change something in them, in any of the plugins, you had to fiddle around with the code, and the setup wizard wasn't that user friendly, because they were much more oriented towards the developers. Even though, I mean, I have utmost respect for the developers, but there are times when developers sometimes cannot relate with the end user, and they think that if they can do it, the end user can also do it. But that is certainly not the case in most of the time, most of the times. So how SEO plugins help with SEO? So the SEO plugins for WordPress, they uh, primarily help you with the on-page aspect. For instance, if the search bots from Google or from Bing comes to your website, then they will be looking out for some technical tags on your website, which is something being added by the WordPress SEO plugins. So I'll quickly demonstrate you how to install an SEO plugin. And in this example, I'll use the Rank Math plugin. So you can go into your WordPress dashboard, click on plugins, click on add new, and then you can click in here and search for Rank Math, for instance. When you do that, click on install now, and then click on activate. As soon as you click on the activation button, you are represented with this screen. This is entirely optional. If you want to do it, do it. Otherwise, you can click on the skip now button. I'll just go ahead and connect my account with Google. The very first step which you see after installing the plugin is you will be represented with two modes, the easy one and the advanced one. So if you are familiar with SEO and the on-page SEO, then definitely go ahead and choose the advanced one, which is what I'll be demonstrating. Otherwise, for the beginners or who are the intermediates with the SEO part, simply go ahead and choose the easy part, because that is something being in that step, all the settings for this plugin are well optimized for the general audience. So you do not need to go ahead and configure every single option. Also, you will be represented with the server configuration, whether or not your server is capable of running this plugin, because this plugin is very powerful and is regularly updated, meeting these Google guidelines. So as soon as you click on the setup wizard, if you have any previously installed SEO plugin, for instance, in this case, this is Yoast SEO, you simply click on start import, and even before you realize, all the data from your previous SEO plugin will be imported over to the Rank Math plugin. So this is an essential step. If you are running this is a very broad selection, so you do not have to worry if the sort of website, for instance, if you are running a coupon website, for instance, or if you are running a website where you are selling hijabs or products. So I mean, you do not need to worry if that specific website is being shown here or not. You simply go ahead and choose the most relevant option for your website. For instance, if I have a small business website, I'll go ahead and click on small business website, and then there is a detailed option from where you can choose what sort of website is this. For instance, if I'm selling the locksmiths locks, I'll go ahead and choose that locksmith. If not, if I do not know, or if I am not able to find the sort of website which I'm running in this drop down, then simply go ahead and choose the organization. Why is this important? And let's say if I'm entering the name of the plugin, why is this data important? This is being used by Google for their knowledge graph. What is knowledge graph? This is called the knowledge graph. This is the name of the company, this is the type of the company, this is the description of the company, and this is the logo. The logo needs to be the logo needs to be added in here, logo for Google. So you simply go ahead and choose a logo for your website, which is somewhere around I mean, it has to be squared out. It does not it should not be any other in any other dimensions, because Google prefers to have a squared image to be shown in here. So go ahead and choose that, and just after that, do choose your social sharing image. What does this mean? I'm sure that you must have seen websites where you are sharing an article on Facebook or Twitter. You do not see a featured image being shown up. For instance, I'll go ahead and AIO HTTP. Oh, I'm sorry, just a second. So let's say if you are sharing a website where the featured image is not added, this is how it shows up. So you get less chances to catch an eye and have more clicks on your more clicks to your website. But let's say if someone has added a featured image or the social sharing image, then when someone shares it, it shows up like this. So an image shows up. So you can quickly go ahead and choose the dimensions shown in here, and let's say I'll go ahead and choose this. So these are the options which one should ensure that they are adding up the information. This is again an optional step. If you connect your Google search account with the plugin, then all the data from Google Search Console will be ported over to WordPress and will be shown in a digestible manner, so that you would come to know which keywords are driving traffic for you, what is the average position for them, and what are the number of impressions. So all these metrics will be ported over from Google Search Console. So I'll quickly go ahead and skip this step for now. Sitemaps. So sitemap is a technical side of the on-page SEO. So this is an XML file which is being consumed by Google. For instance, I'll show you. I mean, the beauty of SEO plugins for WordPress is that all these files are being generated automatically. You do not need to go ahead and do that manually by yourself. So Googlebot usually comes and crawls this link, and then it crawls all the links on your website which are being provided inside the sitemap file. So by default, all these options are selected and are optimal. So you do not need to do anything until unless you know what you are doing if you are an advanced SEO. So I'll quickly go ahead and click save and continue. Again, these are the tweaks for advanced SEOs. So if someone is using the easy mode, they won't be seeing this step. So again, all these options selected in here are optimal for most of the users. So you do not need to fiddle around. Just ensure that you do not select or do not turn this option on. No follow external links until unless your website only deals or links to the external websites which are affiliate websites. So I'll quickly go ahead and click save and continue. So that is that summarizes the setup wizard. This is how quick you can set up your plugin. And when you click on return to dashboard, you will be represented with the page for entering the details of your business for the local business. If you are not running the local business, you will not be represented with this screen. What does this mean? So this is the sort of data which is being shown when someone searches on Google. So as you can see, this is the sort of data which is being provided from here. So just make sure that if you are dealing with a client or if you have a local website, do enter all the details which are appropriate or which are applicable for your business. For instance, the email address where they can contact you, the address, the format in which you want to display your address on the front end, and the opening hours, when do you operate, and the customer service and the sort of contact details which you want to provide and to be seen on the search results. For instance, if you have a separate phone number for sales, choose that, and then you can add another one for customer service or for the package tracking or whatever you are dealing. The price range will be USD if you are dealing in American dollars, or choose the local currency if you are dealing in any other currency. In here, simply go ahead and choose the pages which represent the about us page, the contact us page, and all those details. So this is like the very basic set of wizard. At the end of this video, I'll be linking out to a detailed tutorial which will be helping you out with all the details, all the settings which this plugin has. Also, if you are editing any article and if you are using the latest WordPress, which is the Gutenberg or the block editor, then you can simply go ahead and click on this icon in here. As soon as you do that, you will be represented this with this screen. What the SEO plugins for WordPress essentially do when such screens are represented to you, they help you they help you optimize your content. How do they do that? We supply them with the keyword. The keyword is the phrase which is being searched on Google. So in this case, let's say if I'm trying to optimize the post for Elementor SEO. So as soon as I type in, all these suggestions are being pulled from Google. These are the auto suggestions which show up on Google. So I'll quickly go ahead and choose Elementor SEO. As you can see that this plugin has already analyzed all the content on your on this page, and it is showing up the suggestions. So you can go ahead and make the changes according to these suggestions if and only if that makes sense. Do not live by these tests, because at the end of the day, you got to realize that you are not writing the articles for the search engines, or you are not trying to optimize the website for the search engines. You have to optimize your website for the users, because think of it from your perspective. You are searching for something, and what do you want from your search? You want the result which satisfies your intent, this which helps you fulfill the desire for whatever you are searching. Let's say if I'm searching for buy an Apple iPhone, I would want the website to be shown from where I can buy the phone. If I'm searching from for a keyword, say iPhone 11 Pro Max review, then I'm looking to read where I can see the comparison and the features which are being offered in that phone. So this is the very basic setup. So even if I mean, again, I'm emphasizing again, please do not live by these tests. If they make sense to you, then only go ahead and make the changes which are being suggested. If not, do not worry and simply optimize the article for your for your users. So I'll go ahead and tell you the basic the most common misconceptions which we see revolving around the SEO world. I'm sure that if someone here does the SEO, they might have noticed that people always recommend to redirect all the 404 pages to the homepage. What does a 404 page mean? So let's say on my website, if a page is being deleted or if it is linked incorrectly, such error is being shown that page is not found. The 404 simply means page not found. So you many SEO people who are not very proficient, they recommend you to redirect all the 404 pages to the home page. Think of it from this perspective. You walk into 24/7 for buying the for buying milk, and you navigate yourself to the section where you are going to where you usually find the milk. But after arriving at that section of this store, you are then being asked to go back to the main address. That is what essentially the 404 pages redirecting to the home page does. They instruct the users that go over to a home page and then start your search again. So that is not very optimal, not only for the search engines but also for the users. That is very frustrating, and most of the times people would simply go ahead and leave your website. But let's say if you have a page which is very relevant to the section or the page which is being deleted on your website, then what you can do is that you can go ahead and enable the redirections module in the plugin. Head over to redirections, click on add new, and then the source. Let's say in this example, milk section, or whatever product. If you have a product which is not being sold on a website anymore, or you have already deleted that page, so you simply enter the exact URL in here. If you have a very relevant page which you have already deleted, then only enter that relevant page in here. Otherwise, simply go ahead and choose 410 content deleted. What this does is that it instructs the search engines to remove that page from their search index, so that your users, or if someone is searching for a particular term, does not end up on a 404 page on your website. So it is very easy to add the redirections on your website by simply using this plugin. Then creating too many internal links with exact match. So what are internal links? So internal links are when you are linking to this page from this page, or vice versa, or to any other page on your website, or any other post on your website. What we see is that, let's say if, for instance, for this article we were trying to rank for Elementor SEO. That was the focus keyword. The focus keyword is when someone searches. So let's say I have something related to SEO on this page, on this post, uh, organic traffic, for instance. What people usually do is that instead of linking it directly to that page, they would instead change such phrases to, let's say, also known as Elementor SEO. So all the doing the irrelevant keyword stuffing just for linking out to your different pages is definitely not recommended and should not be done. So if you have like if you know, for instance, I can link organic traffic to my other article, then I'll simply go ahead and choose that article from here and link that. But do not do the irrelevant keyword stuffing when you are linking from one page to the other. And at the same point of time, just ensure that you're actually doing the internal linking on your website. That is very important. And that is very vital for e-commerce websites. We have seen websites where they do not do any sort of interlinking across their products. You can open up Amazon, and as soon as you open a single product page, you simply scroll down and you would notice different sections show up. For instance, people who are interested in this also bought section. So all those sections show up just to ensure that internal linking is being done. Whichever theme you are using, whatever software you are using, just always make sure that you are doing the internal linking, but naturally. Then same applies to the alt text. Alt text is something, let's say this is an image on a website. So people with disability, or the people who use the screen readers to read the content on a website, the alt text is being provided to them and is being entered in here. So just make sure, always provide relevant information. Do not stuff the alt text with the keywords, because that would not be helpful to the end user at all. And in the US, there are strict laws against them. People, websites get sued if they are selling a product on their website or anything, and if their website is not optimized for the people with disability. So it is called the ADA compliance. So that is one of the mandatory things if someone is operating in the US. So, but at the same point of time, from the humanity point of view, one should make sure that their websites are compliant with the ADA rules. Just adding schema improves ranking. So one of the unique features which is being added to the rank math plugin is the schema data. I'll quickly show you what the schema data is. Schema data is the set of code which is being passed to Google, which helps Google understand the content on that page. So what Google does is that whenever they come over to a website, they look out for the schema markup, the schema code. As soon as they read that, they collect all the information, and then they try to match the information with the content on the page. And if that data matches, if the data in the schema.org matches, then such rich results are being shown on Google. These are called the rich results. These are called the rich results. If someone is searching, this is an example of rich result. So if just to clear up, adding schema will not be improving your ranking, but adding schema will definitely help you drive more traffic from the search engines. Because for instance, think of it from this perspective. You searched for Elementor SEO on Google, and you look through all the results, but this is the one which stands out. So when this one stands out, this has higher chances of getting clicks compared to the other results on this page. And this is proven by various studies. So adding schema will not improve your ranking, but adding schema will help you gain more traction and the traffic and the eyeballs on the search results. There is another misconception with the people who have been doing SEO for a long time and have not updated their skills, is that they always recommend you to create as many pages as you can. They say, oh, if your website does not have like 1,000 pages, you are not going to get ranked easily, because more the pages is more the merrier. Well, that is completely not the case, at least with Google and the other search engines. Google released a search update where they specifically mentioned that you should only post and only index the pages which are relevant to the users and which are providing unique content. So you must have seen that people often say that their website is not getting indexed or is not showing up on the search results. That is because their website is not providing the users with the unique content, and Google thinks that their website is not providing value to the end user. That is one of the strongest reasons why their website is not getting indexed. So again, think of it from your perspective. If you as a searcher, as a user is searching for something on Google, you would want to have the you want to land on a page where all the answers related to your question, or all the things which for which you were searching, should be displayed and mentioned on that page. That is how I mean, your intent, your search intent will be fulfilled. And same applies to the other users as well. Search engine optimization is evolving a lot, and Google is utilizing their Google natural language processing, which is also called the Google artificial intelligence. Now they are much more capable of reading the entire content on your website, and not only analyzing but understanding what is behind that content and what is it which the writer is trying to write on their website, and same applies for the e-commerce websites as well. What sort of product are they trying to sell? Are their images relevant to the product? Is the content on the page is relevant to that? So all these things are now being considered. So uh, nowadays always think from the intent of the user, and the if you're able to fulfill that, if you're able to do that, I'm sure that you will be cracking in the top 10 results very soon. And in the beginning, I did mention that adding no follow to external links, this is kind of a technical thing. So what no follow does is that if a search spot, let's say, lands on this page, and this is a link which is linking to third-party website, adding no follow previously helped user so that they would not dilute the ranking of this page or the authority of this page. But now Google does not recommend that, and they say if you are linking to a third party website and you yourself are not uh, trusting that website and adding a no follow tag to that link, how could we trust your content if you are not trusting the content to which you are linking, the research or the study from where you took the data? So until unless you are running an affiliate website, it is not recommended to add the no follow tags to your pages. And this is very interesting. I'm sure that most of the advanced users will find this very interesting. So Google recently released an update where they where they um, uh, where they removed the star ratings for the authors from the search results. So this is their official post. But if someone is using a plugin like rank math, and if their page contains any of these things, let's say if they are writing about a book, or they are selling a course on their website, if they are mentioning about an event, or if they are selling a product, or they are reviewing a product on their website, a single product, or if they are writing about a recipe, or if they are reviewing or writing about a software application, then one can definitely attain the uh, uh, star ratings on the search results. I'll quickly demonstrate you how easy it is to do that. Let's say uh, for the previous article which we were editing, the Elementor SEO. Elementor is a WordPress plugin. So it is a product. So you simply head over to Rank Math, you enter Elementor SEO as the focus keyword, and then you click on the schema tab. As you click on the schema tab, from the drop down, choose product, because this is a product. Elementor is a product and we are writing about that. So if you are doing that, go ahead and choose it, and then choose the review location. It is mandatory to show the ratings on the front end to the users. So you simply go ahead and choose that, and then enter all the details which you know. For instance, if you know about the product SKU, brand is Elementor in here, the currency, I mean, they are dealing in USD, product price, it is 0 because it is also available for free. For how long will it be valid? You do not know that, so do not enter that. Is the product in stock? Yes. And the ratings, let's say if I'm giving 4.9 rating to Elementor out of 5, so you simply do that in here, and then you click on publish. So this is how you attain the star ratings on the search results. So if you have already written an article where you are reviewing a product, a service, an event, or anything, install rank math, edit that article, and use this little trick, which is definitely going to enhance your results on the search results, on the search pages. Use FAQ schema. FAQ
Bhanu, just to
schema.
interject a moment here, is your presentation going to be wrapping up soon because you're running a little bit short on time?
Sure. I'm just I'll be taking like a couple of more minutes now.
Okay, because we got a couple of questions and we have a few minutes left for you. So if you could wrap things up, that would be great.
All right.
Okay.
Again, yeah, sure. So for FAQ, I mean, you can go ahead and add the FAQ by using that using the FAQ block. So that will help you display the results in this way. So if you have a website where you're selling products or anything, you will have the higher real estate on the search results. And then I discussed all both these things at the beginning, where you will have the bird eye view of your uh, search console data. So these are the links which I'll be sharing after this presentation with you guys, so that you can go ahead and read more about this. So thank
All
you
right,
everyone for your time.
perfect.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. Sorry to rush you through a little bit. So we
No,
have some questions here, and let's get through as many as we can before the next speaker comes in. Okay, so our
sure.
question here is from JJ Wong. I saw some searches appear in Google with multiple links with Q&A and etc. Very, very different from searches just showing website titles and descriptions. How to achieve special effects on searches to be different from normal searches?
Okay, so if you are talking about the Q&A, that is a different sort of schema. So I mean, if you're talking about the FL, I'll quickly show, because Q&A schema is not provided by any plugin which I know of, but we will be adding that very soon in the Rank Math plugin. So keep an eye out for that. But for FAQ schema, you can add the FAQ and have the links shown up in the search results. For instance, this is a different search result compared to all the results which you are seeing above this result. So this can be added by using the Rank Math plugin, and at the same point of time, you'll get to have more links compared to other websites on the search results. This link is linking to Rank Math. This link is also linking to Rank Math, and these links could link to anywhere. So you'll have a better real estate on the search results when you're using these schema types.
All right, wonderful. And our next question is, what's the main difference or additional features of Rank Math compared to yours?
Okay, I'll from my perspective, I'll say it like this: if you are comfortable installing like tens of different plugins on your website, then go ahead and choose the other SEO plugins. And if you are comfortable fiddling around with code and everything, but if you want something very user friendly, then that is where the Rank Math chimes in. So Rank Math is like an Apple product. Until unless you have not used it, you do not realize what you have been missing in your life. So it goes like that. So go ahead, install the plugin locally, and you will quickly see the difference between the two plugins and the sort of the plethora of options which will be provided to you in the Rank Math plugin compared to the other SEO plugins.
Okay, cool. Now our next one is from one Ismail, and of course his question is, what page builders work well with Rank Math?
We work with many, almost all the popular page builders, for instance, Divi and Elementor. So if someone is using the Elementor page builder, they will see an additional tab on the front end from where they can go ahead and edit all the SEO information right inside the Elementor uh, page builder. So there are several page builders which are compatible. So one can go ahead and click on rankmath.com and then check the compatibility on our website. For instance, the Beaver builder, the Themify builder, all the page builders have mentioned over there which are compatible with the Rank Math plugin.
Okay, we have time for a couple more questions. So here we go. Our next one is, what is so important about Rank Math in the business field? Is it more to technicality or more to marketing?
Sorry, I did not get that question.
Oh, should I read out to you again, or do you not understand it?
I did not understand what exactly.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So, Hanisa Aris, if you could reword your question, I'm sure that Bhanu, he'll be more than happy to answer it later on. We're going to move on to our next question then. This one is from Linux Low. I have been using all-in-one SEO plugin for SEO. Does changing to Rank Math affect my ranking or appearance on Google?
No, definitely not. I'll show you what the SEO plugins actually add on a website. Essentially, they add these tags on the front end for the search results. So if someone is moving from let's say all-in-one SEO to Rank Math, we import all the data, not only from the free version but also from the paid version of that plugin. So you are not going to lose any rankings. In fact, we have several case studies where people have seen a boost in their rankings because the schema markup data in the rank math plugin is much more comprehensive compared to any other SEO plugin out there in the market.
Okay, and we have time for one last question. We're going to squeeze this in. It's already 3:15, but we have time. We can do this. All right, this question is, hi Bhanu, the rank math, is rank math suitable for, okay, it's a little bit reworded here. Is rank math a suitable SEO for travel agencies?
Oh, definitely. I mean, see, for travel agency, you can simply go ahead and enable the local SEO module in the plugin. Then you head over to titles and meta, and then in the local SEO, you choose, instead of organization, you choose the travel agency, and then you enter the details in here. And but at the end of the day, for websites like travel agencies or the local businesses, Google My Business is something which should be set up alongside an SEO plugin for WordPress. So that is very essential. An SEO plugin alone won't be able to help you in that case. You got to have a Google My Business profile as well.
Okay, and Mahindran, I hope that answers your question. Bhanu, thank you so much for taking time out and joining us here at WebFest 2020. It means the world to us to have you as part of our team. And really, we're just really happy that you're here and joining us on our live stream. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was fun talking to everyone. And if someone has any further... Yeah, and if anyone has any further questions, please feel free to use the contact form on our website, and I'll be more than happy to help.
All right, and of course, if we have some questions here in the chat box or the Q&A, feel free to reply to that as well. Okay, Bhanu, thank you so much,
sure.
And have a good day. Okay.
You too. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Exabytes. Grow your business online.